Hi, welcome to another virtual story time with me, Miss Erin, the Saranac-Clarksville District Library. Let's do our song, okay? So if you want to read a book, clap your hands. If you want to read a book, clap your hands. If you want to read a book, sit down and take a look. If you want to read a book, clap your hands. If you want to read a book, stomp your feet. Stomp, stomp. If you want to read a book, stomp your feet. Stomp, stomp. If you want to read a book, sit down and take a look. If you want to read a book, stomp your feet. Stomp, stomp. If you want to read a book, sit and go, shh. If you want to read a book, sit and go, shh. If you want to read a book, sit down and take a look. If you want to read a book, sit and go, shh. Okay, good job. So today we're reading about shapes. I know, it's very exciting. I love shapes. So we're going to read the first book. What shape is this? It's a circle. And this book is all about shapes, including circles. It's called Round is a Tortilla, a Book of Shapes by Roseanne Greenfield Thong. I love tortillas. Round is a tortilla. Round are sombreros. Round is the moon. Round are the trumpets that blare out a tune. Look at all the circles. There's the sombreros, the moon, the trumpets. Round are the campanas that chime and ring. Round are the nests where the swallows sing. So there's round, and it's round there too. Round are tortillas and tacos too. Round is a pot of abuela's stew. I can name more round things. Can you? Look at all the what's all the round things that you can see in this picture? That's round, round. Look at those circles. The pot. Oh, there's so many round things. What letter are these? Squares are the letters. We know them well. Square is a board game to help us spell. Look, that's Scrabble. Do you guys ever play Scrabble? Square are ventanas that give a view. Square is my clock and my photos too. There's squares, there's the clock and the photos, and the window is square. Square is the park and the Zocalo. Square is a fountain from long ago. How many square things do you know? Look at all the square things in this page. There's the park. Rectangles are carts with bells that chime and cold paletas in summertime. Look at these rectangles. Look at those rectangles. Those look yummy. Stone metates inside our casa help us grind our corn to masa. Rectangles are flags that fly above the scoreboard, way up high. How many rectangles do you spy? All right, let's count. Can we find 5 rectangles? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But there's so many more. There's one there and there. Oh, there's a rectangle and those houses. There's so many. I can't count them all. What shapes are these? Triangles are crunchy chips for guacamole and other dips. Triangles sail on the breeze. They line the shore and glide on seas. Look at those triangles. Sandias chilled in tubs of ice, quesadillas by the slice. Triangles can beat the heat. What other triangles can you eat? What other triangles are there here? Watermelon. Oh, quesadilla. Ovals. Oh, look at all those ovals. Oval is my favorite locket, a special pebble in my pocket. I find ovals at the store, huevos, olives, beans galore. Can you name a couple more? Look at all those. Eggs. Stars. Do you see stars in this picture? There's some in there. Stars for parties, stars for light, lining streets with colors bright. There are so many shapes wherever you go. How many more shapes do you know? What other shapes can we find? Can we find a circle? There's a circle. Square. Oh my goodness, there's squares. Rectangles. Oh, there's a rectangle. Ovals. Oh man, and then stars. Stars back here again. The end. Good job with all those shapes. I always like your help with shapes. So now we're gonna do a rhyme about circles. I like circles. So it's gonna go. I'll do it one more time, or I'll do it one time with just me so you can learn it, and then we'll all do it together. Okay? So it goes, circle, circle, draw it round and fat. So draw a circle in the air. Circle, circle, draw a circle, or draw it for a hat. So we're gonna go up here. Draw a circle above your head for a hat. Circle, circle, round like a bumblebee. So draw a circle. Circle, circle. Now jump and count to 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so let's try it together. Circle, circle, draw it round and fat. Circle, circle, draw it for a hat. Circle, circle, round like a bumblebee. Circle, circle, now jump and count to 3. 1, 2, 3. Good job! Okay, so we have one more book. Well, no, we have 2 more books. Miss Erin is sorry. We have 2 more books. And our next book is called Amy Wu and the Perfect Bow by Kat Zhang. All right. So Amy Woo and the perfect bow. Amy can do, it's a big book. Amy can do a lot of things. She can brush her teeth, she can tie her shoe, and she can even do both at once. Sort of. But there is one thing Amy cannot do. She cannot make the perfect bow. That's what that is. Sometimes they come out too small. I think that one's baby. And sometimes they come out too big. Sometimes she adds too much filling, sometimes not enough, and sometimes they fall apart before they reach her mouth. Oh no. Amy's mom and dad make perfect bow. So does her grandma. Their bow are soft and fluffy and so delicious. Amy could eat them all day. And sometimes she does. Ooh, they look good. So today, Amy is gonna do it. She's gonna make the perfect bow. Bow making is an all-day event. Amy's dad starts in the morning, mixing together the ingredients for the dough. Then it's time to knead. He pushes the dough, he punches the dough. Amy gives it a try, too. They leave the dough to rise, and Amy keeps an eye on it, just in case. It grows bigger and bigger and even bigger. Amy's dad squishes the dough down just in time. He rolls it into a log and cuts it into pieces. Meanwhile, Amy's mom seasons meat for the fillings. Let's see what goes in a bow. Garlic, pepper, salt, ginger, and mushrooms. Ooh, that sounds good to me. Everyone gathers round the table and rolls up their sleeves. It's time to get to work. So they put the filling in the dough, and that's how you make it. Here's Amy trying. Amy's first bow turns out a little funny. So does the second. Oh no. It's hard to know how much filling to add. Too little and the bow is sad and empty. Too much and oops! It all fell out. It's also hard to pinch the bow shut just right. She's trying to pinch it. Amy watches her mom make the perfect bow. She watches her dad make a perfect bow. And her grandma, too. They all try to teach her. Roll out the dough like this, says Amy's dad. Just use enough filling, says Amy's mom. Pinch, 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 says Amy's grandma. But Amy's bow just aren't the same. They are too empty or too fat, and they have holes in them they leak. Oh no. Maybe today won't be the day after all. Maybe Amy just can't make the perfect bow. Oh no. Then Amy has an idea. The pieces of dough were cut for grown-up hands. But Amy's hands are very small. She whispers her idea into Grandma's ear. Oh gosh. Amy's grandma cuts each piece of dough into 2 smaller pieces. Amy-sized pieces. Now they fit perfectly in Amy's palms. Do you think she's going to make the perfect bow now? Carefully, Amy rolls the dough so it's thicker on the inside and thinner on the edges. She adds just the right amount of filling. She pinches it shut. And there it is. Amy's perfect bow. Look at that. It looks beautiful. And tasty, I bet. She makes another and another and even more after that. She is a bow-making master. Let's see. Soon all the dough and filling are gone. Everyone is tired, but they're not done yet. Amy's grandma boils a big pot of water. It's time to steam the bow. That's how you cook them. You steam them. Amy keeps an eye on the steamer just in case. All her perfect bow and all the imperfect ones too are snug inside. See, you put the steamer over a pot of water and the steam gets trapped in there and cooks the bow. The bow are done. Amy's mom lifts the lid off the steamer. Whoosh! Out comes a puff of steam. Amy can't see anything at all. Oh no. The steam clears. There are Amy's perfect bow. They are not too small. They are not too big. They have just the right amount of filling and they do not leak. They are soft and fluffy and so delicious. Amy eats one, then another. Then she eats one of the not so perfect bow. And you know what? It tastes just as good. Look she brought them to school to share. She's sharing it with all her friends. Oh, and even the cat. The end. And if you want a recipe to make your own bow, it's in the end of this book. You can come get from the library. All right. That was so good. I bet bow are delicious. Bread with food and spiced meat in the middle. Bet they're pretty good. Right, so now it is flannel board time. So we've been reading about shapes. So our flannel board is going to be about shapes. Get it so you guys can all see. Okay. So we're going to do a shape story. You guys ready? So one day there was a green square. But the square was very lonely. Until one day, plop! Out of the sky fell a purple triangle that landed on top of the green square. and they were so happy together. Until one day, plop, a yellow circle landed just above them and brightened up their day, and they were all happy together. Until one day, what do you think happened? Plop, plop. Two small blue squares landed on top of the green square, and they were so happy together. But guess what happened? Plop! A red rectangle fell down and landed right on top of the green square. And they were all so happy together. But guess what? They made something. Can you guess what they made? What does this look like? They made a house. You're right. And they all lived happily ever after. Oh, that's so nice. They're all friends living happy. What shapes were they? Let's go over those again. Shape is that? It's a circle. What color is it? Yellow. And a purple triangle. Two blue squares. A red rectangle. And a green square. All happy together. The end. Oh, I like that one. All right. So we have one last book. And it's called Big Box of Shapes by Wiley Blevins. Ooh, that looks exciting. So, Big Box of Shapes. Lou and Max found a box. It was filled with many shapes. Lulu pulled out a square, and she took out a triangle. I'll put it on top, she said. What did Lulu make? What did we just make on our flannel board? A house. I will live in the house with my grandma and grandpa, said Lulu. Max took out a big circle from the box. Then he added 3 smaller circles. 1, 2, 3. Now it needs a smile, said Max. What did Max make? A happy face. That makes me smile too, said Lulu. Look, yelled Lulu, a rectangle. She added 2 small circles and a square to it. There's 2 circles and a square. What did Lulu make now? What does that look like? It was a truck. Vroom, vroom. She wrote truck on it. Lulu shared her shapes with Max. Thank you, said Max. I will use them to make a hat for my happy face. Lulu and Max dug deeper in the box. They found more shapes. What is that? Lulu made a kite with a diamond and a magic wand with a star. Max made a turtle with an oval and sunglasses with 1, 2 hearts. There are so many many shapes in here, said Lulu and Max. What else can we make? Lulu and Max stacked the shapes up, up, up. And what did they make? A big mess. Oh no, a big mess. The end. Oh wait, look at it. It says, what shapes do you see? And what did they make? What shape is that? It's a circle and triangles. And they made a sun. There's a circle and triangles. A rectangle and ovals. And they made a flower. That squares made a robot. Those circles made a pig. Those circles made a bird. The circle and the oval made a cat. And that oval and triangle is a fish. So now it's the end. All right, well, that was our last book of story time. But I bet you guys are tired from all that shape naming. I know I am. Well, thanks for joining me, Miss Erin, at the Saranac-Clarksville District Library for another virtual story time. I'm so happy you guys could join me and help me with all my shapes today. So I'll see you next time. Bye.